Hey dudes and chicks and neither if those rules don't apply to you, welcome to Make for Less Time. My name is Katie. Today, I am going to be doing a video on how to start a YouTube channel for the makeup obsessed. And so essentially I got something that I'm really excited about and I wanted to talk about it, and I haven't really been able to talk about it to anybody, so I decided to do a video on how to start a makeup YouTube channel. Also, these apply to everything, so you don't have to start a makeup YouTube channel, but this is actually going to have like little things about being makeup obsessed and like wanting to start a channel. So I have a lot of people tell me that they want to start a channel or that they want to start an Instagram and they just haven't done it yet or whatever. And so I kind of wanted to give all the like inside scoop on what that was like for me. And so basically, if you guys are interested in hearing how to start a makeup YouTube channel or how I started my makeup YouTube channel, then just hang out. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that, I actually saw one video in particular, and I know that I've seen more videos like this before, but I saw a video one time about a person talking about how she wanted to start a makeup YouTube channel to kind of supplement her income, and that she had spent so much money on makeup that she was actually losing money, and her channel wasn't growing fast enough, and yada, yada, yada. And so the first thing I want to say is, if you're not already spending money on makeup, if you're not already like all in on your makeup game, then probably a makeup YouTube channel isn't for you. I think a lot of us, and I guess I can only speak for myself, but I am certain that at least somebody can relate to this, that a lot of us decided that we wanted to start a makeup YouTube channel because what the fuck else were we going to do? Like, we were buying all this makeup and we couldn't justify all the money that we were spending on makeup, and so we decided to start a makeup YouTube channel. And so if you're already spending a shitload of money on makeup and you want to start a YouTube channel to justify it, then that's like a good choice for you. But if you want to start a YouTube channel to make money or to like supplement your income and you're not already spending money like that on makeup, then my suggestion to you is start a YouTube channel on something that you're already all in on, whether it's financially or emotionally, like preferably all of the above, because really it's you being all in on something that's gonna make you successful. Your excitement about a topic is what's going to make people want to watch your content. And so if you're not already spending a lot of money on makeup and you want to start a makeup YouTube channel to make money, then maybe this isn't appropriate for you. So like, I don't want anybody to get frustrated when you want to make money off YouTube, because it kind of takes a long time to make money off of YouTube. Not necessarily for everybody, but like it does take time. Now, the second thing I want to say is, always be thinking about the things that you like to see on other people's channels. So for example, one of the things that I always like to see in other people's videos is I like to see people taking drinks of things. I like to see people taking a drink of their coffee or like taking a drink of their Monster. Like, that's just something I really enjoy. I don't know what it is. It's like this thing that makes you feel a little bit more like you guys are just sitting at home. And so one of the things that I always make sure to include in my videos, no matter how long it is, no matter how I need to shorten it, I will cut out conversation before I will cut out a clip of me taking a drink, because I like to see that in other people's videos. So with that in mind, I'm glad I wanted to take a drink right then so that I could remember to say that. I don't have anything written down, so I'm just kind of going off the cuff here. So with that in mind, think about all the things that you like to see in other videos at the same time as all the things that you don't like to see. So like, personally, I don't like poor audio and I don't like poor lighting. Now, for some sorts of channels, you don't need to have good lighting, but for beauty channels, it's kind of important that you have good lighting. And I know there are people that film with just their window lighting, which is fine. Their videos are good. People often say like, why don't you just turn off the beauty lights so we can see what it really looks like? Well, because the truth of it is, without my box lights, without my ring light, I look like shit. It's like all shadow. It does not tell the truth. Not having your lights doesn't tell the truth any better than having your lights. It's like, so yeah, your lights make you look better and they make your makeup look better, but they also make it look worse in ways. Like I can never catch a really good multi-chrome shift with my lights on. So there's positives and negatives, but I know that for me, when I do my videos with no lights or with just my window lighting, I look like crap. So like nobody wants to watch that. So like, why would I turn my beauty lights off? So my beauty lights they're just as dishonest as having no light. Neither one of those things tells the absolute truth. And I'm going to do another video about how to edit your photos for Instagram in another video. So I'm not really going to go into that. But what I try to do is to get it as close to the truth as I can. So I don't look like trash when my lights are off. So like, why would I want to portray that on a video just so that, or I don't know what. So the number one thing, so these are the 3 things that I did when I started my channel. I knew that I needed my laptop to be better because I had a really old laptop. So I started my channel in 2019 and my laptop was a 2011 and it didn't have enough RAM or memory to hold what I needed it to hold. I also had a crappy camera on my phone. So like that was not going to cut it. Like nowadays you can literally start a YouTube channel with your phone and use a free editor on your phone. And so there's really just no excuse. If you have a decent camera on your phone, like my phone now, I could use the selfie view with my phone now and still make a really good video. So at the time though, I had a crappy phone and I had a crappy laptop and I had no lights. So the 3 things that you need to think about is you need an editor, editing software and editing program. You need some form of a camera. You can absolutely use your phone if you just keep it sideways and you don't want it in this view unless you're doing shorts. You want it in this view. And then, and some lighting. So if you have window lighting, good window lighting, when it's not the sun directly on your face, that lighting is good enough. I did get box lights and a ring light. Now I spent $279 on a Diva ring light because I didn't know, like I went crazy. Like I didn't, and also I want to say like when I started my channel, my self-esteem was much lower than what it is now. Like now I would absolutely start my channel with my phone camera. Like I totally would, but I have a better phone now. So I definitely needed the box lights. I did not need the ring light with a tripod. I did need a tripod. So you're going to need a camera, a tripod, and your box lights. And so you can get all those things for super cheap. I'll actually link some things in the description box below. I'll link the things that I have, but I have a Diva ring light and you don't fucking need that at all. And it was almost $300. But dude, I got a set of 2 box lights right here. They're actually literally like a foot away from the tips of my fingers right now. They are right here. The space I have in my room is really small. I know that you guys saw it when I shared I'll link my beauty room tour right here in the cards or wherever. But the space I have my studio in is really small. And so I have 2 box lights and I think I paid like $65 for both of them. I paid $65 for the set. Now, I did pay a lot of money and I have a Canon Rebel SL2 and it's an older camera and I paid like $500 for it. So, and I use the 1855 millimeter lens. I do have a bigger lens, but I don't have enough room in my studio to use it. So you need quite a bit of space, but they're nicer. It looks way better, but I need about another foot. I could use that lens, but I can't use it. So I use the 1855 millimeter. So if you get on Amazon or eBay, I got mine on eBay. You can get that camera for fairly affordable and you can get it with a set, and I'll link some things down below so that you guys will have some information. I'm just looking to make sure my camera's running. Some information and some clickable links on where to get those things, and they come with kits and you can get the 1855 millimeter kit. So you're going to want a lens, you're going to need a lens, you're going to need a camera, and you're going to need lighting. So I'll link all that stuff in the bottom. Now, I don't like watching videos that have poor lighting, and I don't like watching videos that have poor sound quality. So that's another thing is you're going to need, I have a Rode microphone that has like this fuzzy thing, and I use that and it plugs right into my camera, and that's how I get my sound. I don't really care for the way I sound when I use my laptop, but my old laptop was total trash. Like the sound quality was shit. So I couldn't even do a voiceover to do a 3 looks 1 palette. I don't know if how many of you guys have seen, it's been a long time since I've done a 3 looks 1 palette, but I couldn't do a voiceover on those because my sound quality was such trash that, oh, sorry, I have all my stuff in the back kind of crazy because I was thinking about doing another palette declutter. I'm already out of room over here and it's kind of driving me a little bit crazy. So anyways, my shit's all insane back there. Sorry. You're going to want to have a background that doesn't look like, you don't want your laundry or your bathroom or your hanging closet clothes in the background. I'm sorry, like nobody's into that. You know what I mean? Like I know for a fact that I am friends with people who have YouTube channels like from way back. It's been a while since I've seen this, but if you have some bullshit in your background, people aren't going to really want to be drawn to that. I've also heard one person say, and I kind of took her at her word. I don't remember who it was. It was somebody that I used to think is really funny, but she mostly does music on her channel now. She doesn't do makeup anymore. Who the fuck was that? I don't remember, but she told me that if you have the same background for too long, she won't want to watch your channel anymore because like she likes it when you switch it up. Like, so she switches up her background frequently to kind of switch it up. So you don't want people getting bored of your shit and nobody wants to see your laundry behind you, like period. So make sure you have at least like somewhat of a clean space, you know what I mean? Like I could get away with doing a video or two with my like dirty clothes sitting on my bed or whatever, like if we're just having a vlog or a chit chat or whatever, like I can get away with that, but like nobody wants to see clothes baskets in your background every video. Like that's just not a thing. So the other thing that you're going to want to think about is your editing software. Now, if you have an iPhone, iMovie is a plenty good video editor. It is. I started out with iMovie. I didn't keep it for very long, but like iMovie is adequate. So if you have a Mac or you have an iPhone, iMovie comes like pretty, like you can, it's easy to get, it's free, and it is totally sufficient. I edited with iMovie for a little while, and I know YouTubers that have somewhat big channels now and they edit with iMovie still. So that's not a thing, like free editing software. So I did have Final Cut Pro X because I just kind of wanted to do a little bit more. But here's what happened. Okay, so on my birthday, I got a new laptop given to me for my birthday. And it's like so nice. Like it's nicer than I am. And it's like super bouge. Well, I used Final Cut Pro X on my old laptop and it wouldn't transfer because it's too old. And so I was kind of in this position where I needed to get new editing and I just didn't want to pay for it. So there's two editing programs that I tried. So I downloaded DaVinci Pro or DaVinci Resolve, and it was way too complicated. It was nothing like Final Cut Pro X. It was nothing like that. So then the other recommendation that I got is CapCut is an editing software that is created for TikTok videos. It's created for TikToks. People use it for Reels. They just came out with a desktop version. And if you already use Final Cut Pro and you want something free when you decide to upgrade your computer, dude, I've been using CapCut and it is identical, like button for button. The desktop version is identical to Final Cut Pro X. And so I got rid of DaVinci Resolve. It was way too complicated. And CapCut Pro is CapCut is so fun, and it has all these fun elements and transitions and like overlays and like all this cool shit, which an overlay is just when you put something like an effect over the top of your timeline. And if you start getting into editing your videos, you'll know what I mean. But you can just, it has all these cool effects. Now, I'm sure that Final Cut Pro had those, but they weren't as accessible to me because I just didn't know. And now I already knew how to use CapCut from using it on my phone to make reels. And so now I've been using CapCut desktop version and it is so much fun. I am so excited, and it was fucking free. So that's the thing that I've been so excited about. Now, the one thing I'm going to tell you about an editing software is if you have a laptop and you get like a MacBook Pro Air, a MacBook Pro Air does not have adequate RAM or storage for any of your editing software. So you need at least 16 gigs of RAM. And so if you get the less expensive version of a MacBook Pro or a MacBook Pro Air, 8 gigs of RAM is not enough. So if you're getting a laptop, so here's what I did. I had a 2011, it was old as shit, but it was still really good, right? It wasn't like obsolete yet. Now, I haven't been able to get an update on my old laptop since I started my channel. Like, I haven't been able to update my laptop. But what I did was I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, because that's what I do when I want to learn how to do something. I go to YouTube and I become an expert in that thing. So I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. I ordered all the hardware myself, and I actually rebuilt my laptop, and I put more RAM, and then I put a terabyte of memory in it. And I actually had a person who's an IT guy tell me, like, I had a superior laptop. Now, I couldn't get updates on it, but it had the storage that I needed to hold Final Cut Pro X, and it did everything that I needed to do. Now, the camera was total trash, and the sound was total trash, so I couldn't do live streams on my laptop. I had to get a utility app to go with my camera so that I could use my camera to do live streams, and it was kind of problematic. It would shut off every 30 minutes and it would come back on, and it was this thing. But now I can do it on my laptop because the camera, the audio and the video that I have on my laptop now is really good. But that's not how I started. I started with shit. And so I went all in on it, though. I got the lights, I got the camera, I got the editing program that I needed, and I went all in on it. So now I've been using CapCut, and it is so good, and it is totally free. So literally, right now, you could go with your iPhone, get a $20 tripod off of Amazon, get one box light, and start your YouTube channel by putting your camera sideways, and then you can use CapCut on your phone to edit it for free. What are the things? Oh, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about is sound quality. You have to have a mic, because like nobody wants to listen to that trash. Nobody wants to listen to bullshit. You know what I mean? The sound quality is really important to me. Like, I can't stand anything that's making like irritating noises. So for me, I don't like to watch videos that have irritating sound quality, and so why would I want to create videos that have irritating sound quality? So the other thing that I want to tell you is start watching videos about how to grow your YouTube channel, because you'll learn about like SEOs and like how to post consistently and how to edit your software. I watched a lot of videos by Think Media, and I watched a lot of videos. I can't remember. It'll come right up. If you Google how to start a YouTube channel, I bet you anything. Where are they? Primal Video and Think Media. Those are the two. I had them mixed up, but Think Media is the other one. So those are the two, and I just watched a ton of videos on how to learn about search engine optimization, how to create titles, because the way it works is when you write your title and your description box exactly how somebody would search for something on YouTube. So, for example, you're going to search how to start a YouTube channel. And so you want how to start a YouTube channel in your search, because you know 1 million people every day are typing into YouTube search, which is one of the biggest search engines, like the most used search engines. It's the second or whatever. So how to start a YouTube channel, you want to write those exact words in your title, and then you also want to have it in your description box. And then any other like keywords like editing software, you're going to write like what editing programs to use. Oh, excuse me, that's my phone letting me know that somebody wants to talk to me. I devoured that kind of content to find out how to make my videos good and searchable. They're going to teach you how to create a thumbnail in Canva. I created my thumbnails in Photoscape X for a really long time, but now Canva is so good that it doesn't make any sense not to use it. It has a background remover. You can upload your own fonts into there. It's kind of a pain in the ass to put your own fonts in Canva, to tell the truth, but it's worth it because you can do so many cool things. And It's Modern Millie just uploaded a video on hacks that you can use to make your thumbnails kind of AI looking. And so I've been kind of playing with that. If you guys notice, my thumbnails have kind of been changed because I just watched a video. So that's the other thing, is I watch videos all the time on how to be a content creator and how to be better. Now, on the other side of that, it's really important that you stay true to yourself. If you want to be a makeup review channel, then just review makeup. Like, that was never a thing for me. That I want to review makeup and I want to support makeup brands and work with makeup brands, but I wanted it to be something else too. And so there's going to come times when you're going to create a video and you're going to know that you're going to lose a bunch of subscribers because everyone's going to be pissed. But you have to like remember that like there needs to be a line. So here's a tip. It's good to create polarity. It draws out your tribe. If you want people to be your ardent fans, then it's good to do things that detract those other people. Those other people, if they're gonna unsubscribe to your channel because you said you didn't like a shade in a palette, then those are not your ardent followers, right? You wanna build a tribe that is tight, and the more true to yourself you can be. Like, I have a friend who, she does a lot of a certain type of video, and she's had a few people be like, you need to stop doing those videos. They're boring. Like, nobody wants to watch that shit. It's her channel. She can do whatever she wants. And so in that moment, so when somebody comes at you in the comments, which they may or may not, I haven't ever had anybody do that to me, but like come at me in the comments. Like, I know that people do have it and my channel is still relatively small, but like I haven't ever had anybody like come at me in the comments and tell me like that I needed to like change something or something like that. So it's like, if you have somebody coming at you in the comments and somebody says to you, if you continue to do videos like this, your channel isn't gonna grow. In that moment, you need to decide, like, if I decide to do this, my channel isn't gonna grow. And do I want to continue to do that, or do I want to innovate my strategy? And so that's going to be really important for you as you go along to make decisions like that. Is it important enough to you to continue to do it? Like, one of the things that's been really important to me is like, I don't want to change the way I talk on my channel. And so I don't. And I've known that I was going to be a slow grower because of that reason, because I'm not for everyone. But I decided a long time ago that like, I was never going to change that fact about me. I was always going to keep it real, and I'm always going to talk about things that aren't for everyone. But the people that are my subscribers, the people that do follow me on Instagram, those are my people. They're not going anywhere. I'm not going to say anything to them that's going to offend them so fucking bad that they're going to give me hate comments and then unsubscribe to my channel, right? So people come and go on your channel for a lot of reasons besides something that you do. Maybe they're bored of your content. Maybe they're not into makeup anymore. Maybe they ran out of money. Maybe they can't watch makeup videos anymore because they're on a no-buy. Like, there's a lot of things, but also it's important that if people are growing out of your content, that's fine. I love that for them. If people are growing out of my content and they're like moving on to other things, I love that for you, because there's always going to be other people that are going to start getting interested in my content again. And for me, a lot of the things that keep people watching my content, even when they don't want to watch makeup videos anymore, is these other pieces that I have chosen not to bend on. It's my personality that keeps people coming back, not necessarily my makeup skills. Like, some of it is. But the people that stay here are mostly here because of my personality. And so you're going to have to make those decisions. Like, is it worth growing slow? The other thing about it is like, you're going to hear on YouTube, you're going to hear these videos about consistency. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. I go through and I check out a lot of people's channels all the time. Like, are they uploading consistently? Are they doing these things? Are they really growing? Like, how does their consistency, and I do that because I'm inconsistent. So I want to know what are really the numbers. And so there are a lot of channels that grow really fast just from uploading consistently. But there's a lot of channels that have chosen to do a certain thing. They're not growing as fast, and they do upload consistently. So I can think of two perfect channels right now where one of them doesn't upload that consistently, and she has 85,000 subscribers. And I know another one that uploads every other day, and her channel hasn't grown as fast. Now, when your channel is smaller, it grows slower. There's a place where you get to a certain amount of subscribers and it starts to hockey stick. And so, that there's all these factors that come into play. But mostly, I think that what really keeps people subscribing to your content is being authentic. And so it doesn't really fucking matter if you upload consistently, if your shit is not authentic, or if you're like kind of just talking about the same thing. Now, the final thing I'm going to talk about before I run out of time on my camera shuts down at 29 minutes and it does it when I'm talking all the time. So the final thing I'm going to say is it doesn't matter if your first video sucks. My first video sucked. Dude, a ton of my videos sucked. Fuck, for the first 6 months, maybe even a year, I filmed at 5 a.m. every day. I was practically whispering like this every single video. And my makeup skills weren't, I thought they were good at the time, but they weren't shit compared to what they are now. I still use dirty brushes for like a year. I never clean my brushes. And everybody was like, somebody said to me one time in one of my videos, does having your brushes dirty like that help your blend? And it does not help your blend. And so now it's like, I don't use brushes, I don't use brushes dirty. I wash my brushes every time because that was like a lesson for me. But like, your first videos don't have to be that good. They just have to exist. So like, the number one thing about starting a makeup YouTube channel is it doesn't have to be good. Nobody's gonna see it anyway. Your first video isn't gonna go viral. You know what I mean? It takes a long time, and sometimes there comes a point where like, I got to a certain number of subscribers and I was losing more than I was gaining. I was actually going backwards, and it was so discouraging for me because whether you're willing to admit it or not, you want your channel to grow. Deep down, you want that. You want people to love your content. You want people to find you. You want to be that thing so that you can quit your day job or like whatever. And so we tell ourselves that this is just a hobby. I just want to do that. But deep down, wouldn't we all really love to be big? Like, wouldn't we all love to get that hockey stick growth where we put out a video that was just so fucking good? Well, you're not going to do that if you don't put out the shitty videos first. And so do not let your fear of putting out a crappy video stop you from starting, because the bottom line is it's going to be crappy and it's totally fine. Not very many people are going to see it anyways. And I have a few ride or die subscribers that have been subscribed to my channel since the beginning, and they still pop in every once in a while, and they've been watching my videos since they sucked. And so those people are so special to me because they really stuck it out with me when nobody gave a fuck about my content. Nobody was watching it. Nobody saw it. I got 167 subscribers when I posted on my Facebook that I was starting my channel, and they were all pity fucks. I wasn't getting any views by those people. They were just my friends, right? And so they were giving me a pity fuck, and they were like trying to support my channel, but it's not really supporting somebody's channel if you just subscribe to it. It's good to subscribe to people's channels. It does support them. It helps them get monetized. You have to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 view hours in 1 year. So that was the thing I didn't know, because when I got 4,000 view hours, I thought I was going to get monetized, but it's in 1 year. And so there's a big difference between having 4,000 view hours total and having 4,000 in 1 year. And being monetized means you can actually put ads in your videos. And when people watch those ads, you make money off of the ads that people watch. So there's a few different ways to make money as a makeup YouTuber, and I'm gonna actually do another video on the ways to make money as a YouTuber, but you don't have to just sit passively back and fucking upload content until the cows come home. You can actually like go after some forms of monetization, and I'm gonna talk about that in the next video. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, then stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this video, or if you just like my sparkling personality and my boyish charm, and hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. If you got like halfway through this video and you were like, oh my god, she's so fucking pretty till she opens her big fucking mouth, then go check me out on Instagram. I don't talk as much on Instagram. And if you're like, don't sugarcoat it, Katie, why don't you tell us how you really feel, then go check out my Patreon. I don't hold anything back on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here wasting your time with me, and I totally appreciate you. Later.